Enjoy that. Well, sweet one for some fans that want to see Guinea out because of what they did to Nigeria. They have their wish. The Guineans are out, but of course, yeah, Congo progresses. Let's allow you enjoy that, and we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
Picked up by the referee. So look at this goal once again. Didn't he do well to get his cross in just at the byline there? But I must admit, that was a heroic run and a diving header there by Bolingi, who just got in front of his marker, and he managed to get that angled header that went past the goalkeeper, Keita. Guinea looking for a last chance, 2 minutes of added time. Puts a little bit of pressure, good opportunity here. Ball comes out, is that a goal? It's a goal! It's a goal! Can you imagine what happened? Sankon scores for Guinea. We're into added time of extra time. And Sankon, the 20-year-old, gets the goal. And that has just silenced pretty much the whole of the stadium, apart from the Guinea supporters who are just out of their seats and going absolutely bedlam. You can't imagine how disappointing that is for DRC. They had victory in their sights, and they've now conceded a goal in the 121st minute. Absolutely madness. It's just incredible. What they've done here is just something else. Let's have a look at the replay. They were queuing up, just a question of getting the ball out to one of the two players out wide. It just happened to be Sankon who picked up the loose ball, good strike in the corner, and now we're all square. This game is going to penalties. Well, here we go, another penalty taken. Oh, it's just got in, great strike that is from Mish. Now, well, it comes down to Kylie Bangura. If he scores this, we got a sudden death. Otherwise, DRC go through. Bangura scores the goal. Here's the 19-year-old, Ilya Mershak. It's a fine strike indeed. Punches the air to take the penalty. This is oh, it's been saved. DRC are into the final, and Lee Matampi is the man who's sent them through with that save there. And unfortunately for Mohamed Eula, the 19-year-old, it's not enough. Disappointment for Kamfori Bangura, but they can be very proud of what they've achieved. But the fans here, predominantly from DRC, from the Democratic Republic of Congo, jumping with joy.
All right. Well, some Nigerians, not all, but some, got their wish, and Sili National of Guinea out. They know how it feels now, what they inflicted on 180 million Nigerians. Some of them already feeling it in Conakry. But that's football for you, the cruel nature of the game. They clawed their way back into the game, but of course, well, it had to be heartbreak from the penalty spot. And that's a very sad way to lose again.
Well, one person has to lose. That's the reality. And unfortunately, it was the Guineans. But technically, they didn't lose throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
Because they drew their
like the commentator said, they have to be proud of the performance.
They have to be very proud. And they're not out, entirely, because they'll still play in the third place.
There's something to play for.
They'll still be in Rwanda, unlike Nigerians who are back home. So it's a good tournament for them. They're the only team making their debut, and they've had a very good tournament. Getting to the semi-final, even if they come in fourth position at the end of the third place match,
they have to be proud.
A very good tournament from them.
Okay, let me play the devil's advocate. If we look at Guinea now, can we now say, and bring me in support of Coach Sunday Olise, and say, hey, maybe we lost to a very, very good team? Could that be the reason?
Of course, they are a good side, but that should not be the reason why we lost to them. Every team at the tournament
was good.
Was good. Maybe apart from Niger Republic that turned to be the whipping
Even
side.
Niger didn't lose to them.
They didn't lose to them. So I don't think that's the reason we lost. Olise should just tell us why he lost the game. He has that obligation to explain to Nigerians, apologize.
Okay.
I still maintain, Yemi, that the players who took to Chan
were the best.
Were the best.
Okay. All right. I didn't want to talk about the Super Eagles, but of course you can't resist the temptation to always put Nigeria into it, because some people still feel where Guinea got to, at least Nigeria should have gotten into that. So, well, it ended 5-4 on penalties. DRC, that's DR Congo, won that game. Former champions.
Yeah,
and
2009.
So, have an opportunity to do it again after the game ended 1-1. And this one, well, you know, I don't know who to support. Both of them are West African brothers, our neighbor. I don't have any reason to be angry with any one of them. So I don't know. But I mean, we have a big game on our hands.
Yeah.
Cote d'Ivoire, with the way they took out Cameroon, you want to pay them attention. And the Malians did enough to get to this stage. So I don't know. It's hard to call, really.
Yeah, it's a big game. Anyone can win, and even if the Ivorians look to be the favourites, the Ivorians have had a very decent run in the tournament. I remember they crashed out in the group stage in 2009 and 2011, and right now in 2014 they find themselves in the semi-final, and they're just 1 foot away from getting to the final. So they would not want to underrate the Malians, because the Malians could just cause an upset. And because this tournament has been a tournament of upsets, we didn't see the Guineans getting this far. Zambia out, Nigeria out, the Guineans are out, lots of Tunisia also out as well. Now one of those two heavyweights also exit the competition at the end of tomorrow. But I hope to see the Ivorians be in the final against the DR Congo. It will be a tougher one on Sunday.
Are you going to pick anyone, or you just want to see a good game?
I want to see a good game. These are countries with flair.
Yeah.
They have a lot of players with flair, skillful players. So I want to see the same thing, the kind of match that Congo DR
and what they gave to us.
What they gave to us. I mean, the Rwanda should be proud of themselves.
Yeah.
See how the stadium was packed full.
Yes.
You know, perhaps because the Congo DR and Rwanda share the border. You know, but the standard, like Roger Miller said, has been very high. You know, in 2009, when this idea was this idea started, there was a lot of criticism against it. But look at the standard. Look at the goals Guinea score. Look at the goals Congo DR scored. It shows that with time, this competition is probably going to rank. You know,
my thoughts exactly. A lot of people are saying that this is the future of Africa. You know, you look at the main Nations Cup, you have stars, European stars, basically come there, they don't want to get injured. You don't see them do what they do with their clubs. But this guys is raw. Because they see this as their, gateway to bigger
things. It's even an opportunity for this country to showcase what their league is all about. TP Mazembe are the champions of the CAF Champions League, and now
it's reflected.
Most of their players come from that team, and they're in the final. So if Nigeria can also take a cue from that, I think it's going to be a very good one in the future tournaments like this.
All right. Okay, let's leave Rwanda and travel to England, where a lot of people believe that's the most popular football league in the world. And I don't think there's any argument about that. 2 games currently going on. Of interest to most Nigerians, Chelsea and Watford. You know, I don't really know where to, which side to swing to. But of course, we'll see how it goes. Goose Eating told us before that game that he was afraid of what Watford has to offer.
Well, Watford are a difficult side to break down. Ask Kike Sanchez Flores. I mean, he's been able to rally around this guy.
Shows with the result.
It shows with the result right now. And even the reverse fixture in Stamford Bridge ended 2-2. I mean, he had to take a late equalizer from the Chelsea team to ensure that he didn't lose that game at Stamford Bridge. But proceeding yet to lose as coach of Chelsea, and they'll be looking to continue in that same form. I hope Dionjo Igalo as a Nigerian, because it's going to be a battle between Igalo and Mikel. So it will be interesting to see. And Mikel has not lost a game under Gusidink as coach, so it will be interesting to see how he would maintain that record. But all in all, Chelsea has been disappointing this season. They've not won more than a game a month. I mean, all season since August. So it's disappointing to see where they are. And it's also disappointing to know that Watford are ahead of them right now. But at the end of the day, may the better side just win.
Let me come to Onye Wuchinwachukwu. If you're a fan of Newcastle, you'll be thinking of doing something to Steve McLaren. Now, £60 million in January, and this is what you're getting. They're trailing by a goal. They've made decent purchases. They've recruited. I mean, the money Newcastle alone spent is higher than what all of the teams in the German Bundesliga have spent, and they're still flirting with relegation. Yeah,
the question is, did they buy the right players? You know, you see, the only justification is the performance of the players. It's not the amount you spend. You can get 2 or 3, 4 players, and they fit in perfectly into the team. And it also depends on the philosophy of the manager in charge. So I think they need to start winning games. if they want to leave relegation. But as it is now, it's pretty difficult for Newcastle United.
Steve McLaren really does not have any excuse not to ensure these guys do not relegate. The owner of Newcastle is not saying qualifiers for European competition. Just ensure we stay.
Keep me in the Premier
League.
League.
Yes, you just mentioned they bought players. They bought Shelby. They bought Seydou Doumbia, who knows how to score against the English teams. Now they bought him in this Newcastle team. So he's a player who has a proven track record. AS Roma, CSK Moscow, and a host of other clubs. So they've gone for quality. They've also signed Andrew Townsend from Spurs. So these are players who know the EPL, so well. So they should be able to at least stay afloat in the EPL. I'm not. It's really disappointing to know they're losing against an Everton side who are also not on form.
All right.
They've drawn the highest number of games in the league this season with 11. So if they lose, it's going to be a disappointing result for them.
Before we go to the Olympics, a fast one. Let me play a fast one on you guys. Who's the next candidate for the sack? Remy Gard, Aston Villa, Steve McLaren, Newcastle. I know you're not gamblers, but if you're going to put money, who will be your pick?
Now, when you give the coach a lot of money to buy players and the coach is not doing well, then he really doesn't have any excuse. So if I were the owners, I would sack the Newcastle coach first.
Well, too much is given, much is expected. Aston Villa will get relegated. There's no doubt about that. So I'm not sure the Aston Villa owner will want to change the coach for the third time in a season. Because even if you bring a new coach,
what's he going to get
relegated? Is he going to get relegated?
And they didn't buy players in January.
Yesterday, they even lost to West Ham by 2-0 with Jordan Ayew getting the red card. So I'd rather sack Steve McLaren rather than sacking Remy Gard.
Okay, let's quickly talk about what's happening in Brazil. The fears about people going to Brazil and the Zika virus. Let me quickly just allow you to have your say on that one. Do people have reason to be afraid, or they should just listen to what the IOC, as we wrap things up on the show, what the IOC, the assurances that the IOC, that's International Olympic Committee, has given? Look, you're going to be safe, we'll take care of you, come. Brazil has even waived visa requirements for everyone. So there's going to be a lot of people in Rio. So who should we listen to? Should we listen to Zika virus or listen to the IOC and the assurances they've given?
Yeah, I think what they have done is proper. You have to be proactive. It was not like the Ebola virus or the whole of the continent had to wait till the thing got to a devastating stage before we reacted. The Olympic Games will start in August, and they are already putting up precautionary measures, telling people when you get there, don't expose yourself, telling them what to do, and they are throwing into what the World Health Organization are saying in terms of precaution. And I think it's real. The threats are real.
Yeah.
1.2 million Brazilians already affected.
Okay. All right. Well, that's how we have to wrap things up on the show. We really wish that we could continue, but we have to wrap up the show. We hope that you've enjoyed everything that we were able to bring to you tonight. We'll do this again tomorrow. Bye-bye now.